Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm filming this at 7 a.m. It's super early, but I thought why not do a video before work, because this is a video that I've been wanting to shoot since I got the pen, but I haven't had time and I've been very busy. But right now I have some time and I want to film a video about the TWSBI Draco. I'm up so early because my dog, she's right there stretching, woke me up at 5 a.m. So I was outside with her at 5 a.m. I don't know if she needed to pee or whatever, but it was not great. Anyway, TWSBI Draco is a TWSBI model that greatly resembles the TWSBI Aurora. It is a red rose gold version. And there are slight differences, like the cap is different, but I'll show you that on the other shot. Yeah, it is a lovely pen. There are still some places that sell it. I've thought about getting a second one, but I really don't need it. I wish they would sell separate nibs, like rose gold colored nibs, because I would love to put like a bold nib on this, a broad nib. Focus camera. I have a medium on this, which is nice, but I like variety. And I don't want to buy another €175 pen, because yes, it was that expensive. For me, at least. Okay, let's switch a shot and thank this booger, this one, for this video. All right, let's go. Okay, here we have the TWSBI. Also grabbed my Aurora to look at the difference in a little bit. The difference is mainly in the cap. It's not actually that different. But first, let's look at this TWSBI and the lovely, lovely finish. It reminds me of a grill pen of mine. I don't really go by grill pens. It's not something that I've really talked about a lot, but there is one pen that I would really like, and that is the Pelikan M600 Ruby Red, and this material really reminds me of that. The Ruby Red never comes up for sale, like never. I've seen it once and I did not have the money for it at that point. So yeah, this is my replacement for now. So as you can see, it is a lovely flecked red material. It is quite pearlescent at some sections, and it's not super see-through. There is some translucency, but it's not like you can see the mechanism really well. Now, we're working with unnatural light, but I would say this is a fair representation of the pen. You can't really properly see that the hardware is rose gold, but it is rose gold. What I've seen online is often I see pictures that are very, very warm toned. This pen is not that warm toned. Actually, I think there are quite a lot of cool elements, but the lighting just doesn't show that off very well. So it is a lovely pen. The piston knob is of the same material, so it's not a different material. There's a piston knob band here in rose gold. Then there is a cap band rose gold, clip is rose gold, and then on top they basically stamped in the TWSBI logo, so it's not a separate section on the pen. Like, it's not a metal inlay, it's just machined in there. Then I will grab the Aurora quickly and hope I can properly show you. But the Aurora is also very hard to capture because of the black hardware. So I believe they changed the clip a little bit and the shape of the cap. The Draco is slightly slimmer, and the clip is definitely different because the clip on the Aurora is kind of curved and the clip on the Draco is straight. I don't really have a preference. I think both are fine. I wonder why they changed it though. Even though the caps are different, you can interchange them. So what I was thinking, I wonder if you can change the piston knob and like put the piston knob of the Aurora on the Draco and then have like a green pen. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. It sounds like a risk to take, but yeah. So they are sort of interchangeable. Aurora has a black nib and black hardware. Anyway, now we have the pen uncapped, we can look at the nib and also my inky finger. And as you can see, This nib is not that big. This is the nib that's also on the 580. TWSBI 580. The I don't know if this is the same nib as on the VAC 700. I think the 700 nib is actually bigger than this one, and it would have suited it better. This nib is quite small for the size of the pen. I would love it if it was just one size bigger, but alas, that is not true. In some of the promo pictures, it looked like the Eco nib. I'm glad it's not the Eco nib. It is actually the 580 nib, but it is still fairly small. Nice detail is that the threads on this pen are also rose gold, and then there is an ink window above that, so you can see your ink level. You can sort of see that I have a reddish ink in there, and that it's not completely full anymore. But yeah, it is a lovely, lovely pen. I love this finish. Have not tried posting it. I have read somewhere that TWSBI says you should not post this pen because it can damage the finish. I'm afraid to push it. I think you can post it. I would not do it. The pen is large enough and you might damage the material. If you can see it in my hand, I have like medium small hands, but it sticks out a bunch, right? My fiance has large hands. He has an Aurora. It's fine. I would not post this pen. Please do not harm your pen with posting it. Okay, that's enough ranting. So this pen cost me 175 euros. I'm going to change the angle a little bit for the writing sample. And that is a big chunk of money. I was kind of surprised at the price. I thought I paid less for the Aurora, but I got this straight from TWSBI, and then I had to pay import duties, and they were quite high. So I got it at Fountain Fader. I love that store. Fountain Fader doesn't choose the prices. It's the same price everywhere in Europe, so it's not their fault. Fountain Fader was super nice about it, and I was really glad to be able to get it there. I love that store because it's like the only store I can get samples from. That is close by. It's a German store. I live in the Netherlands, but in my country they don't sell samples at the pen stores. I don't know why, but a Fountain Fader does, and that is one of the reasons I love their store. Also, Steffi's really nice, so I'll leave a link down below so you can check if they have one left. But it cost me 175 euros. It's a lot of money. It is especially a lot of money if you look at the steel nib. It's not a gold nib. But then I think about my Leonardo, and it was basically the same price for me, and that also has a steel nib, and I also love it, so I think I should not be too bitchy about that. It's just because it's a TWSBI that I feel like, oh, it's so expensive. But it's super pretty and makes me happy. So I should not stick around that topic for too long. Anyway, let's do a writing sample. Even though it's just a TWSBI nib, it's still worth a writing sample. So, TWSBI, Draco. It is a medium steel nib, and it is smooth. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. It's not completely like glassy. There is slight feedback, but I don't mind feedback. I'm actually kind of fond of it. As long as it's not scratchy. And the ink is Sailor. Oh, it's Oku Yama. Can't write. Every video I say that, can't write. I was sharing a page with my fiance recently, and he was like, you need to translate some words for me because I cannot read what you wrote. Yeah, it's a lovely pen, lovely. And yes, it was worth the money for me. And I was very anxious to get one because I have the Aurora and I wanted to complete the set, I guess. The Aurora, when I got it, it was like at the end of being able to get it. Let's do a writing sample of this too. I was at the end of it, and there were only extra fine nibs left, so I haven't written with this in a couple of days, but there we go. TWSBI Aurora extra fine. TWSBI Midnight Blue. This is also very lovely. But the video is about the Draco. I just wanted to show you that the difference in nib sizes is quite big. Quite big. Anyways, that was my ramble about the TWSBI Draco. If you can still find one, I think it is worth the money, guys. It is worth the money. If you have any questions about any of my pins or you want to see something else on my channel, please let me know in the comments and I'll try to respond. I'm so bad at responding, but I do appreciate you all for watching. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.